Namaste everyone. I'm Jyotsna Raj Bhandari, a second semester student of MPhil in English from Nepal Open University. And today I'm here to present my experiences after taking the course on translation studies. Before taking this course, I must genuinely admit that I didn't know that translation studies actually can taken as a separate subject of study. I was very naive, so I didn't have any ideas about the various theories and approaches that were available in this particular field of study. Translation studies had been thriving as an industry from many years, and now I have realized that I actually can have this particular field also as my career option. So I have gradually understood the importance of translation now. For translation today is not just an option, but rather has become a necessity. For it helps to add up to the the global bank of knowledge and learning. Um, we were given a number of workshops, and the first workshop was translating a prose work that was very short, and at the first glance I thought that it was an easy job and I can do it very easily. But when we got the feedback, I realized that definitely translation is not a very simple task as I felt it earlier. You have to select equivalent words capturing the sense with precise and economic words, so that is very challenging. Similarly, the next workshop was translating a Nepali poem Haat Bazaar of Keshav Sakya into English. And the first hurdle that I faced while translating that poem was like poems are open to various interpretation, and so I was confused which interpretation should I really stick to. So that was a basic challenge. Similarly, finding the appropriate words was also very challenging. And when I had this final draft in my hand and I was going through that particular translated version, I somehow felt that the flow of the original text is missing in my translation. So I had to keep on going, reworking in it on it again and again. So definitely my perception has been changed now. Then we were given a legal document, and I must admit that I didn't go through any kind of legal document before this. And when I saw that legal document, I was totally perplexed, because the language of the original text was very confusing, as there were used so many long sentences. So that became the biggest hurdle for me at the very beginning. Then there were so many legal jargons that were difficult to understand, and finding the equivalent word was equally difficult. Similarly, the format in which the text was written, capturing that format was also another challenge for me. And when I saw that economic text, I felt like it is much easier than the legal text. However, when I went through that process, I came across with many economic jargons that I really didn't have idea about. So that became challenging. And also the tense of the particular text also creates some kind of confusion in me. How I'm going to actually translate that. So after going through a series of workshop, I have definitely realized that translation is not a simple task, is not a piece of cake. It needs a lot of hard work. It is very challenging. So my perception has definitely changed about this particular field of study. We went through a lots of theories, but among those theories, what I felt more relatable was with Dryden's sense for sense translation, where he said that it is very much necessary to capture the poetic spirit. That means capturing the creative spirit. Similarly, Gothe's third division of creative translation also fascinated me, because he said that translation should be done in such a way that the author's originality is not killed. At the same time, the audience do not find any kind of difficulties or problem in understanding the text. um, likewise, Humboldt's empathy theory of empathy, as he said that it is very much necessary to create create an empathy between translator and author if we really aim for clarity and fidelity to the text. These were some of the concepts that really fascinated me. However, there were other theories from Schleiermacher, especially of the domesticating and foreignizing concept, and the 7 different methods of translating text as put by Jean-Paul Vinet and Jean Dalbernet was a bit confusing for me, because I felt these concepts were somehow relatable, but at the same time very difficult. So definitely this has created a lot of challenges in me as a fresh translator. So I have listed out a number of challenges from my personal experiences, capturing the setting, mood, and atmosphere, maintaining consistency, incorporating the denotative and connotative meanings, particularly of texts like poem, taking the linguistic charge of both the languages, capturing the structural rhythm, being able to understand the complexities of meanings and suggestions, adds up the challenges of translating a text. However, no matter how challenging translating job is, when you really have that output in your hand, no matter if it's the rough draft, it brings some kind of joys in you as a translator, because the whole process, though is challenging and difficult, is a learning process. You learn so many things, so it is totally a new concept. So I found it very enjoyable. It was endlessly intriguing. It has helped me to transform so many foreign concept into familiar ones. So this has definitely helped to boost up my confidence as a translator. And talking about the observation, I'd like to share my personal experiences in positive light. As a teacher, I have been teaching a few translated texts to my students, like Guy de Maupassant's Ducky, Franz Kafka's The Hunter Gracchus, Chen Ho's The Big Fish, and Naguib Mahfouz's Half a Day. And when I taught this translated version to my students, I really can find the difference in my students, because they enjoyed the different culture, the different geography, the different ways of presenting ideas. So if translation is done in a strong way, this definitely can help positively in the academic and professional space, I feel so. And in negative light, I would like to share my personal experience of translating a book, The Way of Youth, that was in English, that was originally translated from the Japanese writer Daisaku Ikeda's text. So while translating, I just did the first rough translation, but at that time I had no idea what translation really need to capture, really need to aim at. So I think if translation is done by a naive translator like me, definitely that would be a minus point for the target audience. So this should be taken in light. And I feel that translation no more is just word to word translation. Rather, it is an experience, a series of interpretive choices. So this is my experience till now, and I'm very thankful for this course. So this is it. Thank you.